Yo, Roll Chronicles coming at you like this, boom. Not popular version, no one's gonna like it. Some people will, some people won't. Some people agree, some people are just gonna be mad, and some people gonna come at me left, I don't care. 9/11 took place yesterday, and it was a sad time. It's 20 years celebration, but it's crazy. No, none of the people should have to die like that. That was a tragic way to die. My patriotism should not be questioned because I'm in the military. I deployed. I fought for this country. I fought for what the bastards did. And I have no problem going over there doing it. I wasn't ultimately pissed off like I'm going to go over and start killing people. I just thought it was messed up and I signed to do a job. Foreign and domestic. Defend against Constitution. And I did it. So don't question my patriotism. But I'm going to say this though. 9/11 happens. 20 years later, they tell us to remember it. They're going to be saying that every year. Remember this day. Remember where you was. Remember where you was. All this blah, blah. Slavery happened. No one wants to talk. They don't want to talk about the slavery. When you, as a people, we bring up slavery, we bring up this going on. America turns a blind eye to it, like it never happened, or it happened so long ago, and we've come so far in this country. We've known that that's bullshit because we still have systematic racism, class racism, all these things you have. It's affected us from slaves being from Africa coming to here, and the continuation of that theology in America right now. So at the end of the day, I feel terrible. I feel terrible what happened to those people in the Twin Towers. I remember where I was at. When I first heard about it, I was in the motor pool at Fort Stewart. I remember it all. I remember all of it. So I don't need to go through this whole dramatic what I went through or whatever. I know what happened. I know where I was. I know what I was doing. I was walking in the motor pool when somebody said it loud and clear while in the motor pool. And so I just don't get how something like that happens to America, and you had all different ethnicities die in those Twin Towers. And the stories run. And also, I don't want to talk about the ones that happened in the Pentagon and the one that happened in the town in Pennsylvania. I can't remember the town. Don't want to be disrespectful, act like I didn't care. I do. I remember those two. But when we want to talk about the atrocities that's happened to black people, America don't want to do that. But we went after those terrorists when they did what they did to the country. So why don't we go after the terrorists, folks, that's doing what they're doing to black people in this country? Because aren't we Americans too? Foreign and domestic now, remember. Foreign and domestic. And we got domestic terrorism going against us, against black people. Been going on for a good long while. But we ain't going after that. We don't headhunt that. We got laws to protect people with doing stuff like that. 9/11 is not gonna hit me like it hit everybody else. Because I don't know all of my history. I know a lot about my history. And I just think it's a damn shame that when it comes to something like that, everybody wants to remember where never forget. Well, I don't want to forget, even though I didn't never go through it, but I've been through racist and bigoted and all type of effed up stuff that can be done to me as a black man, as a young black man, and I'm a grown black man, and I know what it's like. But yet still, when they did that to the country, I still was able to go over the country and hold it down. 9/11 don't hit me like it hit a lot of people. I feel sorry for the loved ones who lost people. I don't think dying, it should be always the ultimate thing, and I'm very anti that. I think all people should be able to live a long, productive life as they possibly can. But I'm not gonna sit here and let that day go by and just hold my head and want to burn candles and all that stuff. That's not flying for me. Because even right now in the education system, they don't even want to talk about cultural theologies and stuff like that, because they don't want that. They don't want white kids. I say they don't want the white kids, the up and coming white kids, because they're more intelligent than the ones in the past. They read a lot, they lead, they say, and they get interested. I give it to them. They get interested in shit. We want to look shit up. They be like, well, I wonder, and they get curious. And the fact of the matter is, they don't want that curiosity to come, because what's going to happen with that? Because on top of the fact that I think they said by 2025 or something like that, that white people will be not the majority anymore in this country. So you don't want the theologies to change. You don't want to educate that, and you don't, because in the essence, if that's going to happen, and you got everybody that's going to conform a whole nother way of thinking. And the fact that people sign off on this kind of shit just lets me know that they're scared. They're scared of this nation conforming and changing. They don't want equality. They don't want these things. They want to stay on top. The white folks want to stay on top. They don't want equality. What kills me is that those white folks who are like that, why don't you worry about your family, keep your family prosperous? But you want to look out for the whole damn race and the whole damn thing and fuck it up for a whole nother race and just keep your race above and of everything else. And I don't get it. This is how I don't understand. Like, yes, you can care about your legacy. You can care about your legacy. But when you die, it don't matter. Look at all the doggone Confederate people who so-called did great things for the South. We yanking their goddamn statues down. What? Your legacy's fucking tarnished. It's in the books. Yeah, we need to get rid of that. We talk about the shit because it happened. North against the South, that happened. Civil War, it happened. So those things need to stay in the history books. But your damn statue got yanked the fuck down. That legacy broken on that shit. Nobody got to look at that fucking shit. But you dead. You've been dead. Robert E. Lee getting ready to take down. But all these dudes been dead for over hundreds of years. You're dead. Why you worrying about your legacy and trying to continue your legacy? Try to continue your legacy 200 years from now. You can set your family up. But once you die, nowadays they ain't have crack back in the 1800s and stuff like that. They got crack. They got fentanyl. They got all this drugs right now. You can leave your money to your damn son. That motherfucker could burn all your damn money. Now your legacy going where? Have your fun while you here. You controlling ass, bigoted ass white folks who's out there. Back in the day, we talk about Osama bin Laden and all that kind of stuff to come down to that shit. But this country created them. Created Osama bin Laden. We supported the rebels to fight against the doggone Russians when they were invading Afghanistan. But that's none of that's important. But I'm saying 9/11 don't hit for me like it hit some of y'all. It's a black eye in this country, but goddamn slavery was a black eye in this country. But everybody want to act like that never happened though. Jim Crow laws, systematic racism, Black Wall Street, all these things happen. But y'all want to forget those, forget that. But not to forget 9/11. You killed a town of black people. A town. Destroyed a town. Ran them out because you know why? At the end of the day, they didn't need, they economically was supporting ourselves. Building brands, building our own economy. Jealousy and all envy and all that shit. Couldn't let us have that. So you destroy it and burn it down. But it's starting to come back around now. It's starting to come around and be historical. Even though I knew about it, because my father, my mother, they put me on game like that. But these things happen. But you don't hear no big, let's go to Tulsa, Oklahoma, and let's have a moment, a day of silence for that. Nah. NBC, ABC, CNN, all these other stations want to cover 9/11. But you almost destroyed the damn culture. You're just trying to do, what's it called? What's the word I'm trying to look for? I can't think of the word. Try to genocide. Damn near genocide. But that's a damn shame. We at that point now, and everybody's gonna say, well, that's not there's a time and a place for it. No, there ain't no time and a place. That's history. Just like that's history. The thing about it is, for me, is I do care, and historically and actually physically being a part of the military, I'm gonna always engage myself about 9/11. I even watched the whole thing Friday. I watched the whole damn 4-hour thing about it because I was curious about it. I was interested. And the thing about it is, that's to say it's to say that I don't care. That's crazy. I do care. I would have never wasted 4 hours of my time watching stuff about 9/11, things leading up to it, and everything dealing with it if I didn't care, if it didn't strike a nerve with me. But that's what I did. But how many of y'all out there want to open a book or go through the internet and find out the atrocities this country's done to black people? How many of y'all white folks gonna do that? How many of you care? But it's happened so long ago, you don't care. But since 9/11 is so fresh in our minds, it's the narrative. It's what's happening. So we're gonna talk about that. Why don't you educate yourself about other stuff going down? That's all I'm saying. Don't 9/11 me to death when 9/11 come around and all the propaganda and all the stuff you build up off of that, and have shut down my TV stations from that morning all the way to the afternoon, and always reminding me I'm looking at posts all day about it. But ain't none of y'all gonna post anything about that, about stuff that's happened to us. Because at the end of the day, the white folks don't care. White people care, but white folks don't care. And I can't stand the fact that just because it happened long ago, and it's because it didn't happen, all of that stems to why there's no equality here. Constantly, over and over again, little stuff happens. People are posting stuff on the internet because this is the stuff that happens. Just think if there was no internet. Just think if there was no camera. We didn't have no phones on cameras and stuff like that. How much shit would go under the damn rug without us knowing? We'd just be hearing about people dying and saying this is what happened. We have to hear just off word of mouth. But we actually see the shit. So it changes the narrative of a whole bunch of things. Oh yeah, special shout out to my man, Big L Measy. I see the Chargers busting some ass. Let's go Dolphins. And if any of y'all peeping, y'all need to download Slump Zone Radio. If you got Android or you got iTunes, you need to download Slump Zone Radio. The hottest, best internet radio station out there. The Slump Zone Radio. I listen to it. I be bumping it. You should too. I'm out. Peace. Roll Chronicles. Out of here. Go Dolphins. Go Heat. Go Marlins. Go Panthers. Go Canes. Oh, go Cougars. I ain't talking about